Hey folks, how's it going? Happy Wednesday morning. I'm tired. It's weird. I had sorry for the delay with all these videos. I originally took my footage outside, so it didn't save or something. I have no idea. It could have just not captured it all, honestly. So who knows? Who knows? But regardless, here we are. Which it's a weird day anyways, considering that it is a winter hellscape outside. But my cat's enjoying it, so it's all that matters, I guess. Whatever. So let's get into the assignment, what you're all here for. Right? Let's see if I can actually open the assignment though. There we go. Wow, we did it. Okay. All right. So World War I. This is a complex thing that we're going over. The start of the wars it's pretty complex. There's a lot of parts, a lot of moving parts. If you watch the lecture, you know that. There's a lot of things that are going on here, right? Hold on, let me make sure. I think I just did it. Okay. There's a lot of moving parts. So, just kind of like I said in the lecture video, there are many different theories on how the war started, or why the war started, whatever, or who started it, or what started it, all the above, right? So that's something that I want you guys to explore as well. This is something that a lot of people that are very high up in the historical field are talking about, they're looking at. So this is definitely something that's applicable to your everyday life, just believe it or not. World War I is something that has had a huge impact on our global society. It is like my favorite war, I guess you could say. It sounds really bad, but it's something that had a lot of influence, right? There was a lot of things that had changed. There was a lot of things that happened in it that either didn't happen again or continue to happen today. So it's definitely an influential war, to leave it at that. But anyways, I digress. So we are going to be, again, talking about who/what or whatever started the war, right? So I want you to come to your own conclusion. If there was something that you found compelling in the way I talked about it, that it's France's fault, then it's France's fault. You can find an argument on that easily, right? So here we go. Yeah, so you can choose, multiple countries. You can say it was Germany and Austria, or it was Germany and France, or whatever. You can say it was individual countries. It was all Germany. Different or all tenets of Maine. Remember, militarism. Militarism, alliances, imperialism, nationalism. It's early for me too, folks. So you can say all of those had something to do with it. Or you can say, maybe it was just nationalism. If we didn't have that, we wouldn't be in this predicament, right? Whatever it is, it doesn't matter. Whatever floats your boat, really. Okay, so your task then is to find two primary sources which support that argument. I realize that sometimes these weeks are kind of tedious, where it's find a primary source and then something in the argument, right? It's kind of meant to be simpler on this day, right? It's all about searching for these primary sources. No matter what field you go into, you're gonna have to, when you go to college, if you go to college, whatever, it doesn't matter. When you go to college and you have to write papers, even if you're just making a Facebook rant, right? Commenting on Aunt Julie's angry post that you don't agree with, okay? You need to have sources to back those up. And that's something that's really important, right? In history, supporting your argument is done through primary sources, okay? So at the very least, even if this is not, even if history, is something that you're not going to go into, you need to know how to support an argument with facts and evidence, okay? And that's just something you're going to use in your everyday life. So that's why I'm kind of, it's about finding these facts and concepts, so finding primary sources, and then the next assignment that I do on, that's due on Fridays usually, that is using and making those arguments, using those primary sources, using that support, okay? So this isn't just something that I'm just kind of pulling out of my butt to be lazy, right? This is something that is totally applicable, right? And using each of these different, so even though you looked for primary sources with imperialism and then made an argument later, you're still getting these different, even though it's different concepts and content, it's the same vessel, right? You're finding supports about a certain concept or content, and then using it in an argument. It's the same stuff, okay? But it's good practice for your everyday life. It's something that you can definitely use. So anyways, right, so you have to find these two primary sources that'll support your argument. So I put like a for instance here, just as an example. You get the idea on that. And then you just quickly write 1 to 2 sentences each on why they support it. So if we went here and said, if I found an Austrian article claiming that invading Serbia would help enforce military might in the Balkans, my sentence might be something like, that would be my explanation of it, and then my sentence might be, this is showing that the Austrians viewed warfare and military might as something that, needed to be utilized, and we see this in the start of the war, so therefore that's what caused it. It doesn't have to be mind-boggling, completely world-changing, okay? Other than that, just remember, I know this is going to be kind of more difficult than any other one to find primary sources on, I want to say, just because you're going to be dealing with different languages and stuff. Don't forget to use my resources at the end of the slideshow. I linked a really good one that I put in there as a really good one, so take a look at that. And also, you can really easily, honestly, just Google France started World War I. Okay. Then you find maybe an article online talking about why France started World War I. And in that article, they say, here's this telegram between the French Prime Minister, or the French President, rather, and the Russian Tsar. Okay, you can use that primary source in there. Now, it's inside of a secondary source, but you can still use that primary source as evidence, right? As long as you're using just the primary source and you're not like copying and pasting that author's arguments, you're fine. It's not plagiarism. We're going to have some practice next week on using MLA formatting and citing, but for this week, if you just put a primary source, that's good. And obviously, give me links to these two. I need links. I'm going to put that in here. So, other than that, that's all I got. Sorry for kind of going on longer in this video. That's what happens when I don't really have a plan for the video. When I start going off of it at 8 in the morning. So, again, I apologize for the late posting of this, but you got it now, so that's good. Otherwise, I will see you guys tomorrow with another video that will hopefully post at the right time. And of course, if you need anything at all, if you have any questions, make sure to reach out to me or Mr. Marcy. We're still around. We'd love to hear from you. Right? We're just kind of making videos talking to ourselves lately, and it's kind of weird. So, if you need anything, talk to us. Other than that, see you guys tomorrow. Have a good one. Good luck on the assignment. Take care. Stay safe.